How are you doing, Frank?
I'm very good, thank you for asking me.
You didn't ask me how I was.
I always forget that part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Let's go again.
Okay. How are you today, Frank?
Oh, thanks so much for asking. I'm great. Yeah.
Good.
Thanks. And how are you? Hill?
Oh, how am I?
Which is just as important.
No one's ever asked me that.
Oh.
How am I really? The real me?
We don't have a huge amount of time.
Okay.
Batman vs Superman.
I saw it.
When?
I saw it on Tuesday morning. So the big thing is the film any good?
Yeah.
And it's not amazing, and it's not a complete disaster either. It's not brilliant though. The cast is quite good. The cast is not a problem. So you have Ben Affleck playing Bruce Wayne Batman character, and quite good at it too. He's got that kind of sullen, solemn take on Batman that Christopher Nolan would have given us through his trilogy, his very famous, and I would say character-defining trilogy as well.
Yeah.
So Affleck is good. Amy Adams is very good as Lois Lane, kind of plucky journalist, redhead, fiery. Just saying. She's very good at it. Right. Jesse Eisenberg plays Lex Luthor. He kind of minces around as this kind of, Mark Zuckerberg, only more evil, if you can imagine such a thing. This kind of, evil genius in Converse All Stars, and he's kind of a little bit twitchy in it as well. Yeah, I think it's quite good. Like, he brings a lot of fun to the role, which the film needs. Can't look at the guy there thinking of Mark Zuckerberg. Now I know this video appears on Facebook. We mean the TV Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, not the great one.
Yeah,
not the great one.
Not you. Oh, hallowed leader.
Have you seen that picture of him where all the people are wearing the virtual reality goggles, and he's walking by without, like, as if you got to see that. I'll get that picture up there. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
He's a great leader. Like, he really is. It's eerie.
So Henry Cavill is. I mean, he looks the part of Superman. I think one of my problems is I don't think Superman is really that interesting. I mean, as in terms of a character, obviously what he can do as a hero is incredible.
On paper, if you were to match-make the two of them, you'd say, well, obviously, Batman doesn't stand a chance.
Aha! But this is one of the few interesting things about this film is that Batman has this.
Yeah, and what are they saying, that Superman's a dumbass, like, or?
Well, I mean, all you need is like a lot of brains and
kryptonite.
Yeah.
And so that's what you're saying.
Yeah, and we have to be a bit careful here.
Yeah. Now, my
9-year-old.
I had this exact conversation with my 9-year-old, and I said, like, how is he going to stand a chance? And he just goes, kryptonite. So, okay.
Yeah.
So he guessed that, like, so I don't think you're giving away anything. Otherwise, it's not a battle, like.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing that can take down Superman is kryptonite. I mean, the thing about this film is that it does quite good work for the first 2/3. It establishes certain characters. It establishes motives. The opening scene I thought was quite good. It's the end of the Man of Steel film, but it's on the ground level with Bruce Wayne running around looking to save people in his office, which is coming under fire from the big battle that Superman's involved in. This starts as one thing and ends as a different thing. It ends as just this completely gluttonous, gloopy CGI crapology where you have three superheroes bashing this big monster who's been lifted straight from the set of Lord of the Rings, by the way.
So the plot, as per the ad, Batman v Superman, for whatever reason, and a bigger enemy comes along and they join together. And
they turn around, they shake hands, they say, right, let's go and get him. You do this, you do that. And then Wonder Woman pops up.
And so I think that, if they do that, it's totally fine to do that, but don't give me the plot in an ad beforehand.
Yeah, I see. The thing about these kind of films, though, is that everyone is still going to go and see this film.
Yeah, I'm going to see it.
Yeah, you're going to go and see it. Your kids are going to see it.
So, out of 10, what were you giving it?
Out of 10, I'd say 6 out of 10.
It's a big blockbuster, but not even that good of a big blockbuster. Is that what you're saying to me? I'm going to go and see it, like.
Yeah, no, it's pretty average.
I got you another present.
Another present?
Well, I was in Lidl.
Bring it.
I'm literally plucking this out of my hole, so I'll do it that way. There we go. Now, summer's coming. Everybody needs a fresh pair of PJs.
Oh my god. Shorty pyjamas.
So this part of the show is again sponsored by Lidl.
They really can't be beat on prices, can they?
I was holding a pair of an XL boxer shorts and an L boxer shorts, and I thought, which is Hill? And I thought, no, I can't really do that. That's the one present a man can't buy another man his boxer shorts, or it's not. Sure you can't.
No, I don't want you ever thinking about me wearing underwear. I don't want you ever have me and underwear in the same area. Okay.
Yeah, well that's why I didn't do it, so I got you PJs.
Oh no, that's not weird in any way.
No.
I mean, this is what we're all aspiring to. This is...
What's that?
This is what we're all aspiring to.
Yeah.
You know, look at that lovely Teutonic mane of hair that's there.
I know.
I mean, that is a guy who eats a sauerkraut every morning.
How do you get hair like that, like?
I don't know.
I know Nula'd love me to have hair like that.
Yeah. She'd probably love you to be German and strapping as well.
I think she'd love me to be anything but myself. I think, at this stage, after this many years.
I didn't want to say anything. I have to stop saying absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, my mother has actually sent me a text about that. Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely. Tomorrow night, Vicar Street, an absolutely legendary band is coming to Dublin at the Drive-In. Do you ever hear them?
I'm afraid no.
Okay, so
legendary in certain circles, I would say.
It's a little bit more than that at this stage. I believe they're one of the most influential bands of the 21st century.
Right.
Yeah, their third album, Relationship with Command, came out in 2001, and it kind of just blew them open. They were on the cover of every magazine. They were being hailed as the new Nirvana, and a lot of that hype didn't sit well with them, and they ended up splitting up quite shortly after their only Irish gig, which was in Temple Bar Music Centre in 2001. Okay. They've got back together after a very, very gradual warming of relations, 15 years. They all went off into different projects. The interesting thing, though, is that one of their founding members, a guy called Jim Ward, who was the second guitarist in the band, and, you know, very much one of the driving forces of the band, along with Omar Rodriguez, the other guitarist, he has just announced that he's leaving the band. Actually, he didn't announce it. The band announced that he is leaving. And all they said is that we wish him well. There was no explanation, there was no reason for what went on or why he's kind of walked away, why he's not doing this huge tour with them. Okay. So that is a little bit worrying. Yeah. It's worrying for a couple of reasons. It's worrying, first of all, in so much as you wonder, are there still unresolved issues within the band between the five of them? They're about to go on this massive big world tour. Many of the dates, most of the dates sold out, and sold out very quickly to a very responsive and excited audience. And are they going to get a few dates into this thing and say, hang on, actually, there's still shit we haven't sorted out here. We still don't like each other. We still have differences in how to play everything. We're not motivated by the music anymore, whatever. We're 15 years older. Let's scrap the whole thing. This could happen. The other thing is, how do they get a guitarist up to speed that quickly with music that we're not talking about Bonehead and Oasis here. We're talking about very angular, very shifty, precise, tight punk rock here. Okay. So, you know, getting a guitarist to fill in for him at such short notice. Okay. Sounds like what a daunting idea.
So you'll be holding your breath?
I'll not that I'll be holding my breath, but you know, when they come out and they start rocking into their first song, I will exhale a bit. I think so. I think there's still just there's always an edge of danger with this band, and always an edge of volatility and combustibility. Right. So, fingers and everything else crossed. Another good film that's kind of worth a look this weekend is Disorder, which is the new film by a French director called Alice Winocour. Okay. This is a thriller starring Matthias Schoenaerts. Matthias can do this thing in his sleep, you know, kind of this sort of real tough but sensitive, kind of, you know, I don't know what you call him, kind of stoic type, you know, doesn't say much and very kind of smouldering sort of expression. Yeah, like myself. So he plays a gentleman called Vincent, who is a French Special Forces operative who cannot go back out to the front line in Afghanistan because he's suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. Right. So it's actually having quite a serious cognitive effect on him now at the stage, getting ringing in his ears. It's affecting his perception of events around him as well. To pay the bills, he does private security gigs, and the latest one that he has to do is a very lavish party being held by a vastly wealthy Lebanese businessman. This businessman is called away to a business trip to Geneva, and Vincent is assigned to stay behind and look after beautiful trophy wife played by Diane Kruger and their young son. Right. And it turns out that the two of them have been targeted by enemies of this businessman, and Vincent has to step into action to to protect them. And it's one of these kind of very claustrophobic home invasion style thrillers with the three of them kind of holed up inside this very kind of modern, flamboyant mansion, trying to fight for their lives. It's not the most original thing I've ever seen. Worth a look. Not going to change your world, but worth a look. 6 out of 10.
Cinema's not going to be that great this weekend, is what you're telling me now.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, unless you get down to the art house cinema, you get down to the IFI. There's a very good Indian drama called Court on, and a very good Chilean drama called El Club, which will be both playing in the IFI this weekend. I'd definitely recommend you go and see those.
All right.
Yeah.
But if I don't fancy any of those things, have you got something else for me?
Do you know what, Frank? I do.
Go on.
When did you last get out and stretch your legs, Frank?
Yesterday I did a 5-mile run.
No, I mean really. Get out, get back to nature, get outdoors, get into the hills, uphill, down dale. When did you last do it?
It's been forever.
Well, luckily, this weekend,
yeah,
we'll see a very nice event for people like you and me who love to be outdoors. We belong outdoors. We're men. Yeah. We're hunter-gatherers, Frank. It's where we belong.
Yes.
Dublin Walking Festival 2016 is taking place. You can go and see all the information at hilltoptreks.com.
Okay.
It's going to take place between Friday and Easter Monday. You go onto the website, you'll see all the different walks they're doing. These are hosted guided walks. You pay a fee, a small fee, and you get taken on them. There's refreshment provided, maps provided, and for all levels of fitness, for all levels of experience. You don't have to be Sherpa 10.
And what happens during the walk?
You get a lung full of fresh air. You get out of the house after a long, cold, miserable winter. This is beautiful weather to be walking. It's mild. It's not.
So it's a walk in the hills, is what you're saying to me. But they take kids.
Take your bloody kids.
Will they take the
them
kids
out of the house?
Will they
away
take
from
the
the
kids?
screens. Get them out into nature. Do it.
And will they? You can't go for a coffee, for example, and they will take the kids.
No.
No.
Get out of your comfort zone, okay?
Yeah. So just go out. You go for a walk in the hills. Really enjoy it. Get out the fresh air.
Completely.
Really enjoy that.
What's wrong with that?
Sounds great. Some people love that now.
Because
I think that will appeal to some people.
This is one of the great joys of living in Dublin, though, is that we have access to all this stuff.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you lived in London or Paris, how hard it would be to get into these areas to go for a hike at the weekend?
It'd be so difficult.
For us, it's a 10 or 20 minute drive.
Yeah.
We should be appreciative of this, and for as far as I'm concerned, the winter.
Oh, well, I will definitely be getting that. Are you going to go out there?
Ass.
When are you going to go out there?
I'm going to go out there Sunday morning, Frank.
No, I think we actually probably may do that now.
Sure.
We might do that. I got a new drone.
Yeah. Right.
Do you want to see it?
Okay.
Right.